You will not be disappointed by this video, as it is rich with points of interest, factual details, and breathtaking locations. Join us on our RV journey as we depart from Michigan and make several stops along the way, finally arriving at Montana's stunning Glacier National Park. Our first stop is in the Badger State of Wisconsin, where we have a unique experience visiting a zoo amongst the treetops. Following this, we make a quick stop in Minnesota before navigating through the Badlands of North Dakota and eastern Montana. Ultimately, we reach Glacier National Park, where you will join us as we e-bike the stunning Road to the Sun and explore various beautiful hiking trails. During one hike, we encounter a grizzly bear who comes straight towards us, and we have to take evasive action, eventually scrambling up a hillside. This video is filled with activities and insights for your convenience. I have included chapter markers, enabling you to skip around if you so wish. I will also provide key URLs in the write-up below. We hope that you find this adventure as remarkable as it was for us, so please sit back and enjoy. We begin from Mackinaw City and the Mill Creek Campground, located 2.5 miles southeast of the Mackinac Bridge and looking out upon the Straits of Mackinac. The Straits connect Lake Michigan and Lake Huron. The campground is extensive and feels more like a small town rather than someplace to camp. We have chosen a pull-through site as we are only staying a couple of nights. Our site is quite large and easily holds our 42-foot fifth wheel and 22-foot truck. We take a hike along the shoreline and are inundated by biting black flies. Michigan's peak black fly season occurs from mid-May to mid-June. This is particularly true in the upper peninsula, although there is also plenty within the lower region where we are. These small biting insects thrive near bodies of water and swarm locally, especially during springtime. Michigan, often referred to as the Wolverine State, notwithstanding never having had a confirmed instance of a wolverine being trapped within its borders, this designation likely originates from Michigan's extensive fur trading history. The state's enduring connection to nature and its enthusiasm for outdoor activities is evident in the exhibits found throughout the park. We take one last walk around the outskirts of the park, doing our best to avoid the areas we know to be fly-infested and inspect the cabins being constructed here. I'm told the area's name derives from the Ojibwe name for the Mackinaw Island, Michilimackinaw, or Big Turtle. The British later shortened it to what it is known today as Mackinaw. One last look at the sun setting over the Mackinaw Bridge, and we call it a day. Tomorrow is a travel day, and we need to get a good night's rest.
You can see the magpies flying in front of the screen.
Drive day starts with us crossing the Mackinaw Bridge heading north to the Upper Peninsula, where we turn west and eventually south into Wisconsin. Once in Wisconsin, we continue traveling south along the coast of Lake Michigan until we reach Green Bay and the Reforestation Campground. Pulling off the road, we are somewhat confused as to where the campground is. It wouldn't be the first time we've been directed to a location that is not the actual campground. After a few moments of concern, we see a frame structure to the back right corner of the parking lot with the campground's name on it. The Reforestation Camp is a camp that was opened 75 years ago for the purpose of replanting the trees seen today. The area was devastated by a fire in 1948. Today, the campground is connected to an adventure park and zoo complex. We find that the adventure part is a combination of a rope course and canopy tour. The canopy tour runs at treetop level through the woods and over a portion of the zoo. Tickets to access the canopy are purchased at the Adventure Park Base Camp building. From there, it is then a short walk to the start of the canopy. 2 ticket options exist: just the canopy or the canopy and the zoo access. We choose the combination tickets. However, your price today is $0 as you are joining us.
5 people on each bridge, walk forward only and do not backtrack, occur bridges in a single line, pass other parties and platforms only, hold on to your belongings, especially hats on windy days, enjoy the view. Alright, so green signs, historical journey, purple signs, nature journey. Okay, we got it.
Alright.
Let us go.
At the top of the stairs, we are informed that the forest here was once burned down by a fire started by a train.
From flames to reforestation.
Fires caused by trains is not something we think about today due to their diesel-electric power plants. However, steam engines were still being produced up into the late 1940s. These engines were powered by water that was heated by fire. Fire would release sparks, which in turn would occasionally cause fires. The trees seen here today now are about 75 years old.
That looks awesome. Especially that spider thing. What do you climb on those red balls, or what do you do? Oh, they're latched in. Okay. Okay.
Yes, you do. Cross over your feet and hold on to that. Well, I found it easier to walk when you weren't behind me. How these things are made. Wow. Bird's eye view of a pond.
He moves so smooth. These platforms are pretty neat, though. The platforms are pretty neat. When you started walking, it really started bouncing. They picked good trees, though. These are nice maples.
How'd they do that? How'd they happen to have it in a straight line like that?
Well, I think they picked them and then got rid of others.
Yeah, they do.
We have left the section of the canopy that is within the forest, and we are now at the beginning of the zoo section.
Spot the snow leopard?
Where is it? They're supposed to be very shy.
We learned the snow leopards have two areas. One is outside, and they also have an indoors environment. The sure way to see the leopards is to purchase a pass to the indoors environment. Male snow leopards become sexually mature by age 4. Bodai, seen here, is about 7. In captivity, snow leopards have been known to live as long as 22 years.
Oh, look at the giraffe.
That's what I said.
The way they got it set up is really good, too, because we're way up there with it.
Look at them. They're like, feed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turning around. Look, he's turning around. Whoop.
Look at the building they made for the tortoise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Besides the snow leopards, they also have snow monkeys, both of which do well in the cold winters here. The portion of the canopy that extends over the zoo ends here, and we now drop down and enter the zoo through the front gate, showing our combination tickets to enter.
What took you so long?
Where are you going?
Hey, come here.
Yep. Calling it a day.
Nope.
Coming up to feed.
Oh, look at that sticker your tongue out. It quivered when she wanted you to come. I know. I was like, nah, that was so cute.
Oh, more? Say, Daddy, more. Give more money, Daddy. Give more money.
Okay. Teaching her early.
Say thank you.
It's cute.
Oh my gosh. Yay.
Why does it bite the railing afterwards?
You know what, they like to lick everything. We're not sure if it's to promote digestion or saliva production or nervous energy or hard to say.
Because this is Wisconsin, we have badgers. These two are quite chunky, and at first I think I'm looking at wolverines, However, their stripes on the face make them unmistakably badgers. Full-grown badgers range in weight between 10 and 40 pounds and can gallop as fast as 19 miles an hour. Their bite power is strong enough to bite through a tortoise shell. Their lifespan can be quite short in the wild, typically 4 to 5 years, although some have lived as long as 14. Here in captivity, they can live as long as 25 years. But why is Wisconsin the badger state? In the early years of the territory and then statehood, miners built homes in their mining claims. In order to get through the harsh Wisconsin winters, they lived right in their mines. People mockingly called them badgers for living in underground burrows like badgers.
Oh, got it.
Right there.
They're cool, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, look at your small owl.
Where's my owl?
Right there. 2 of them.
Just chilling. Where'd you go? There you are. I'd like to see one of those in the wild too. There he goes.
As we end the tour, we get an appropriate send-off.
That's terrific.
Our next stop is in St. Cloud, Minnesota, a span of 350 miles. We won't make that distance without a fuel stop, so we quickly hit a truck stop for a fill-up. We find that the pumps here offer the option of selecting either premium or number 2 diesel. So what is the difference beyond premium costing more? Premium, which is sometimes shown as number 1, includes an anti-gel agent and is preferred in winter as it flows better. Most of the time, number 2 is fine, and it is cheaper. St. Cloud is another quick stop for us, and we stick to the park. There isn't a lot to do here. The one must do is to visit the Munzinger Gardens. However, they were closed during our visit. What we do find here are mosquitoes. I think these little terrors are an organized militia. I'm not sure which is worse, Michigan's black flies or the mosquitoes here.
Deserving young pilots receive their wings.
Holy Brinkley, Pac-Man. We've got a park full of Brinkleys. That's a 3400. And that one is the first I have seen. It's 275.
Our third stop is just outside of Bismark, North Dakota. Similar to St. Cloud, we stick to the park, rest up, and confine our exploring to what's inside the park, leaving only to refuel. That said, it is exciting to see diesel cost under $3 a gallon.
All right, honey. We got a little bit farther to walk before we get to that pot of gold.
Okay.
All right, you're not going to see many of these. This trailer is for ice fishing. Those wheels lift up.
So let's start with that.
And the trailer sets completely on the ice, and they drill a hole inside the trailer down through the ice, and they fish through the ice in complete comfort.
I don't know if you can see it with the lights out. There is a hole back there. There's one there, a total of 6 fishing spots.
Our next driving day is another long one, 350 miles, requiring 7+ hours, and another fill-up to reach our first stop in Montana. However, before reaching Montana, we pass through some really beautiful landscapes. North Dakota is not known as a travel destination, but there's Theodore Roosevelt National Park and some really premier examples of Badlands. Beyond the beautiful landscapes, there are a couple of really great roadside attractions, beginning with the Enchanted Highway. The Enchanted Highway is a set of giant metal sculptures built out of scrap metal. In my humble opinion, it is the best roadside attraction in all of the U.S., and it doesn't cost a dime. If you have an hour, it is a must to see. There are 3 sections to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, the first being his former home, the Elkhorn Ranch, and the north and south units. We have visited all 3 and loved every one of them. Today, we don't stop, but pass by the south unit, which is accessed from the highway we are on, Interstate 94. Without noticing the Montana welcome sign, you could easily assume you are still in the North Dakota Badlands. Without visiting Montana, its big sky reputation implies that the state is entirely mountainous. Yet, the entire eastern portion of the state is Badland Plains, and we pass through some of the most visually stunning of that landscape. Over millions of years, this region has undergone radical changes, from oceans to swamps to the arid plains present today. These transitions produce different colors of layered rocks slowly stacked, one on top of the other. The rocks then began eroding about 500,000 years ago and are carved by water and wind. This erosion is the reason for the narrow channels and canyons and rugged peaks we see today. Continuing out I-94, we pass by Makoshika State Park, another campground that we have stayed at previously. The name, Makoshika, is a variant spelling of a Lakota phrase meaning bad land or bad earth. It is Montana's largest state park and offers both camping and excellent access to the Badlands landscapes via some short hiking trails. The visitor center is well worth visiting and includes fossil remains found in the area, including a Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex. A second option not far from Makoshika to explore and camp within the Montana Badlands is the Terry Badlands. These lands are BLM operated and provide only dispersed camping. We leave Interstate 94, jumping on Route 200S. We are instantly reminded of the conditions of Montana roads. After hitting several jarring bumps, we cut our speed down to about 50 miles per hour. It's probably a combination of Montana weather and the state budget, but the roads here are rough.
This train has been going on for 10 minutes at least, right? How long?
Since we turned on this road, and we've gone on this road 9 miles. And close to 10 minutes.
10 minutes, I think, and look at it. There's no end in sight. The end.
There it is. There it is.
1:40.
50, so that's what, 14 or 16 miles.
Look at there. Awesome. And I was counting
Miles.
the hour, 1:40. I was counting the wrong thing on
I
time.
was counting that. Miles.
So how many miles was it?
I think it was 66 miles. So now it's 50, so it's 60.
We don't know how much time it was. That makes me mad.
The roads here are even rougher, and we've cut our speed to probably 35, 40 miles an hour, which is why it took 7 hours to travel 350 miles. Just ahead of us is a boat inspection station and rest area. After hours of driving, this is a welcome sight, and we pull in and use the restrooms and grab some sandwiches and drinks. There are a couple of signs here which offer details about the location we are headed to. The Fort Peck campground resides on the Fort Peck Lake and near the namesake dam. The lake dam and campground are all operated by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. For us, this is an in-between one-night stopover with a wonderful price of only $13. As with all parks we stay at, we do walk around the park, although there isn't much to see here, although the dam at night is a pretty sight. During our stay at Fort Peck, the interpretive center was not open, but we could look through the window and see the T-Rex, and it was huge. I'm not sure what else is in the museum, but it's worth visiting that museum just to see Peck's Rex, as it is known. The next day has us on the road again, and it's another long drive. This time we covered 285 miles to reach Shelby, Montana. The TV series Yellowstone was a massive hit, but it really does a disservice to Montana. Yes, there clearly is some cattle ranching in Montana, but there are large areas of Montana that are sparsely inhabited. In fact, in total, Montana has the third lowest population density of any state in the U.S., at less than 8 people per mile. Our route today takes us through the central plains of Montana and large expanses of rural lands and farms. This is our last stop before reaching Glacier. The RV park is behind the Western Hotel, and our check-in is within the hotel. The town calls itself a railroad town, which is consistent with what we find, as the main industry here is the train, followed by agriculture. There really isn't anything to do within the park other than watch the prairie dogs run about. 2 nights seems like a long time here. From Shelby, West Glacier is a short drive, about 125 miles, and this leg of the trip brings us into the mountains and on roads that are of a much better quality. We are staying at the West Glacier RV Park and Cabins, and to reach it, we must pass under, you guessed it, a very low train bridge. Clearance is a snug 2 inches. Unlike the prior couple of parks, this one is a destination park and is very well appointed. The park resides on the road to the west entrance to Glacier National Park, which is less than a mile away. We set up quickly and begin to explore our surroundings.
That is the cellular tower feeding this RV park, made to look like a tree, and it does a pretty good job at doing that. I would love to know, however, how people install it. For example, do they put the branches on and then climb down, or I just don't see how a person can set the tower up and then have all those branches on it and get up and down that thing. If anybody knows, let us know. Thank you. Hey, Dot. Glacier. Park number 1 this year. Yeah. It's a kayak. Heading off there. Tossed him back.
Returning to our RV, we catch sight of a building which seems to have no purpose today. I'm guessing it was once a tower to watch for forest fires. If you know what this building does, or did, please put a note in the comments. Thank you. The next morning we travel into Kalispell and head to Snappy's. This is a wonderful outdoorsman store and a landmark operating here since 1947. At the store we rent a storage box and store some items in it that we are not allowed to take into Canada, which is where we're headed to next.
It's June 9th, 2025.
Going to the sun and Glacier National Park. We're going to the west exit entrance. Looking at the road going to the sun, it's not open yet. It's only open about a third of the way. They're still plowing. I looked coming in from the east side, you can actually ride bikes right up to the point that they're plowing. That would have been kind of neat.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah. So Logan's Pass, where the majority of the good views and the good sights, waterfalls, that's still snowed in.
Yep, always. It's like July before they can get, that opened up completely for all visitors.
Yeah, it's somewhere around July.
All right, our turn. 6'6" clearance. Ooh, that's really close.
You're washing the top of our roof.
Measuring how tall you are.
Yeah, some people didn't make it.
Historical building.
It is. So we noticed coming in, our RV is 13 feet 4 inches. The bridge was 13.6, so I didn't even want to go fast and bounce at all.
Right? Nice and gentle.
That's right. Have a great day.
You do.
Bye-bye. Yeah, somebody's clipped it.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
Another reason not to get a lifted truck.
We have learned our lesson and return to Glacier early the next day. This time we do find a parking spot and head off to hike the Trail of the Cedars. Apparently it's too early though, as I realized I've forgotten to grab my good camera. Darn it. As a point of reference, Peter the Great ruled Russia until his death in 1725. So, doing the math, there are eastern cedar trees here that are over 300 years old.
This is the biggest cottonwood I have ever seen. Look at this monster. I have no idea how tall it is. I'm going to estimate maybe 150 feet. Good heavens.
The western red cedar can live as long as 1,500 years and is not actually a cedar. It is closely related to the northern white cedar, of which both are in the scientific genus Theja.
Okay, we're finishing out today with number 98, Theodore Plicata.
It's a neat little trail. Man, there's some good sized trees in here. What is it? Ah! Cedar. It says, I'm assuming it's cedar because the sign says giant cedars. Well, the trail is called Trail of Cedars. That is a big tree. And he is big.
You guys doing the Avalanche Lake Trail too? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like we'll be hiking together all day.
The camera really gets the blue really well. That is such a pretty shot. And there's some scat.
Wow.
That might be your bear. Ah, it's really pretty. Woo. That is gorgeous. I wonder if they can take like a kayak down there.
I think that's great.
I mean, in the Olympics and stuff like that, that's the type of water you see them going down. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
The melting snows have the rivers really high at this time of the year, and they are roaring.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Be nice to be in a camera.
Up to now, this hike has been very relaxed and enjoyable, but it suddenly takes a very serious turn. Just up ahead is a grizzly bear coming down the trail toward us. He has surprised us, and he is way too close. On the other hand, the bear seems to know that we were there, and it seems very relaxed. The claws in it are huge.
It is a grizzly.
We immediately stop and retreat, fighting the urge to run. We pull everyone into a close group so that we
don't go too fast.
Very large.
Stay together.
As we proceed down the trail, we quickly alert others, and we are soon joined in a group of about a dozen people.
Right. Just make sure it's pointing at him.
Bear! Bear! Stay together. Stay together.
Get your spray out if you have
We
it.
continue to retreat from the bear for what seems an eternity. Looking back, the bear continues to follow and shows no indication it wants to depart from the trail. There are now a lot of people in our group, and I make the decision to pull Patty and I out of the line, and we shoot straight up the hillside about 75 feet. We make a beeline to get behind a large tree. Just then, the bear passes us right by, continuing down a trail. That bear could have easily followed us up the hill if it wanted to do us harm, but it never showed any aggression and just seemed to be out for a walk. Wow, we've had close calls before with bull sharks and bison and other bears, but this one will stick with me for a while. After the bear passes, our next decision is which direction do we go on the trail now? We choose to go away from the bear and continue the direction we were headed prior to meeting the bear.
All right, that wasn't us running from the bear. That was the bear.
Geez, I am missing my camera. We've been capturing video with our phones and a DJI Action 4.
You're not as exciting as a bear. What are you eating?
He's not worried about us. He
No.
thinks he's deaf. He's
What
a
do you-
baby.
He's cute. He knows he's safe. That's amazing how tolerant he is. Oh, he's looking for food.
Hey, you're so cute.
Oops, sorry. So we did see a bear in a trail. So
It's so
3/4 of a mile or so,
going
but
that way. Oh, let
Yeah.
me show you.
Yeah, we saw the poop, so we knew.
Okay.
it's beyond that
around
now.
somewhere. Okay.
There were about 20 of us that balled up together heading back that way, and we decided to go up.
Oh man.
And
Sad we missed him. We saw a chipmunk.
yeah, we just saw
He's
him
sitting
too.
over here watching us.
Hold
We
on.
saw a deer too. Literally, like,
Gosh, that's so close.
oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah,
We
we're
were up here
vertical.
behind this tree, and that was the trail.
Wow.
So we hid behind the tree,
That's a nice
and
visual.
all the people were in front.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
He's like, yeah, I'm
He's
just gonna
using the
keep
trail.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they will.
That's what I'm saying.
They
He is.
prefer the trail because
So
it's
he
less
will
energy.
stay
We
on
can
that
say
trail.
we saw a bear.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so this is pretty dense, so let's keep making noise.
In dense foliage like this, you can come upon a bear and surprise it, and the bear can react badly. We always make a lot of random kind of noise when we are in conditions like this, so the bear, if they are there, know that we are there too. In general,
Hello,
bears
how are you?
want to avoid conflict.
We're well. Did you see the bear on the way up or no? Yes. Okay, we're just letting you know.
You just saw it again?
No, not again, but probably a mile or so back.
Coming up.
Yeah.
He's still there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
thought because when we saw him, he went down.
yes,
No.
somebody sprayed him.
No.
Again?
So,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I was about to say somebody sprayed him, but he was back on the trail when we were coming up.
He's chill.
Anyone going down right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite a ways,
Yeah, but
probably
he
a
was
mile or
coming
more.
down, so we haven't seen anybody coming up. So.
So we're just letting people know. Beware. Make lots of noise. Did you throw your fishing pole out?
Good view.
Boy, look how clean that water is. Knees still work. Awesome. Yeah, look how pretty it is. We did a leg workout last night. That's crazy. So we're still feeling it. Very pretty lake. I bet you once upon a time, all that snow up there comes down. You can see there's kind of waterfalls up there.
Here in the morning. It's like so easy. Come down the stairs and it looks like the same.
I was going to use the chair. Well, we could use that log or this log.
This is pretty smooth feeling.
Just get out of his way. Go ahead, buddy. You're okay. Watch out for bear.
The Road to the Sun Road is closed to automotive traffic beyond the Avalanche Campground, and we have rented bikes to fulfill one of my bucket list items.
Still a little smoky from the Canadian fires. It's a very nice way to do this, though. Oh, wow, there's a nice one. Yep. Just a waterfall. Oh, duck flying by.
If you rent a bike, you have a decision to make. You can ride with a group, where the company brings the bike and you to and from the park in a timed window, or you can bring the bike yourself and you have the bike for the day.
Just a beautiful little spot in the river.
When you drive this road, not only can you not stop at points like this, but you have to pay very close attention to the road and distracted drivers. So you don't even see these things. Every spring, the iconic Going to the Sun Road is reserved for bikers and hikers only. It is for a short period of time, and you can ride with no cars or crowds on this road. Just open road and breathtaking views, and we are taking full advantage of this. The air is pretty clear and shows little impact from the smoke that is coming into the region from the many forest fires that are burning in neighboring states and the massive fires ongoing in Canada. Farther on up, however, the valleys are thick with white haze where the smoke gets trapped. We took a quick rest stop at one of the rest stations and were joined by a deer.
I believe there's a spot in the bridge, in the middle of the bridge, the tunnel I mean, where you can stop and look out. It's pretty cool. You'll see them all over the place. It's pretty. Yeah, you can stop and look out here. That's a really pretty valley. You can see your valley beautiful here. Yeah, it's too bad it's got so much cloud.
Fog makes it pretty.
Look at that.
Yep. Pretty cool. This is just cool. Absolutely beautiful to the left and cool to the right.
As I mentioned previously, the Going to the Sun Road is closed to automobile traffic for a short window each spring, but it is open to individuals for biking and hiking. This is something that I have wanted to do for a long period of time. Today, however, the road is still only partly open and closed to all traffic shortly after the section of the road called the Loop. The Loop is a sharp switchback in the road that seems to point at one of the most beautiful and breathtaking waterfalls in the park. You'll know which one it is because it runs beneath the road.
Look how gorgeous it is here.
In spite of the road being fully plowed, we are limited to where we can go. This is because, a few days before, someone left a backpack unattended and a grizzly discovered it. Thereafter, the bear became a nuisance and saw people as a valid source of tasty treats. As a precaution, rangers have closed the road where the bear frequents while they pursued capturing and removing this bear during our time at the park. One last picture and it's time to head back. It is our last day here and we head out for one last hike. Glacier has some of the best hiking of any national park we have visited, and we have visited every national park in the lower 48 and a few in Alaska. However, many of the premier hikes cannot be reached while we are here due to the main park road being closed, as well as the road to many Glacier Hotel. Today, we are heading off on the Upper McDonald Trail, which is a nice hike on a well-maintained and easy-to-follow trail.
It is roaring.
Pretty nice little trail. Actually, every trail's been really nice here. I have to say, they keep them in good shape. It's the trail we just took.
Okay, one more last picture, and then we really do have to go. We are very appreciative that you have taken the time to watch our video. Please feel free to reach out to us either through YouTube or through our website found at kenandpattystravels.com. We hope you liked the video. In any case, we do appreciate your feedback. If you did like the video, please hit the like button, and we'd greatly appreciate those who choose to subscribe to our channel. Your feedback motivates me to put out more of these videos. We have already started on our next video, which captures our travel to some of Canada's best national parks. I think you'll really enjoy seeing the places we travel to.
Oh my God.